How's it going, everybody? Uh, I have a few minutes to chat with you, so I just thought I'd make a quick video. I would have gone live, but I didn't want to go live with my bad attitude. I actually feel kind of depressed and kind of like I wasn't in a good position to, you know, I guess I just wanted to think through some thoughts before I decided to drop in. So, I'm getting ready to head into the company that I work for, and that's part of the reason why I'm like, feeling kind of discouraged because it seems like a lot of people that I work with, I talk to them about things, and uh, you know, it's everybody's just so okay with the way things are. Now, I am gonna try to be a little more positive today. I know that my my attitude is kind of shifting, and it has a lot to do with I don't feel like my wife and I are on the same page with a lot of stuff. So I don't want to invest so much energy in this sometimes because all it does is it just drives a wedge between me and my wife. And I hate it. I hate, I don't want to, you know, I'm torn because I don't want to pretend like things aren't happening the way they are. But at the same time, uh, the reality is like the more we talk about it, the more, that brings out the fear. And so, you know, I, I guess there's a lot of things that I've been talking about a lot with the jab and the C-19 stuff and how basically it's kind of onset all the shifting and changing that's been happening in the world. And I actually I feel like there's not a lot I can do about it, but I feel like I need to keep talking, not only for my sake, but for the sake of those who might not be informed. I don't know if you guys are informed or not, or if this is something that you guys are just like, yeah, I'm just confirming my bias, and Charlie agrees with me. No, honestly, I've come to realize that with the last couple weeks, a lot of the stuff I've been talking about, I've lost actually a lot of. Over the last month or so, I've lost a lot of subscribers, which is weird because it's kind of like on the what do you call it? On the stats, you can see kind of the peaks and valleys thing going on where I lose some and I gain some and I lose some. But I've been trending more toward losing subs because I feel like I haven't really agreed with a lot of what people are believing or whatever. Um, Plus, one of the last videos I made or live streams was about this guy that eats old spoiled meat, and honestly it sounds pretty nasty, and I can see why people wouldn't understand, but it kind of opens your mind to certain things that haven't really made sense in your life, and I think that keeping an open mind to certain things is good. Now, I was also talking to a friend of mine. um, you know I guess somebody in his life, he's like, uh, they basically are saying, why would I care about all the stuff that's happening? Because really, I have no control over it, and we just need to be keeping a positive attitude and loving people and whatever, which is good. But it also says in the Bible that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and I feel like knowledge knowledge puffs up, but it also the reason it puffs up is because people let it get to their head. Like, oh, I have more knowledge than other people. And I kind of mentioned this in my last live stream, but I think that there's nothing wrong with knowledge. There's nothing wrong with money, but it seems like they have, like, the love of money is the root of all evil. Never said that money is the root of all evil. The love part is the root of evil because if you love your knowledge, then you're puffed up. or you think that you're something better than someone else because of your knowledge. I get that from a lot of people that were trained in the universities. I guess they project themselves to the world like, I have the knowledge and you are just inferior to me. I actually, I'm not that good at this. You know, the funny thing is, like, I know how I am. I know that I, fail in certain areas. And I just thought about a comment that somebody left me on one of my videos, and they basically said that, basically, all due respect, but you don't know what you're doing on your podcast, because you are basically jumping from one topic to the next, and you're free flowing and blah blah blah. And honestly, he's right. He's right. I jump from one topic to the next. I don't free. I mean, I don't always have like a structure to what I'm doing. But with that said, I want to keep myself open to the possibility of, you know when you structure things, it almost takes away from you know creativity, I guess you could say. I think that in a lot of ways, if you're so firm on a structure, you end up, I guess there's a balance. You got to find that balance. I try to have a little bit of structure when I go into things, but anyways, so the only reason I'm talking about that is because I'm feeling like I want to appeal to people. Yet I already know that I don't. And I already know that I'm not, um, I don't feel like I'm always helping uh, people find a new hope or whatever. Because in a lot of ways, I'm not bringing out content that inspires hope. And for that, I'm sorry. I want to apologize to you guys, because I don't want to not inspire hope. I want to inspire, you know, being able to, well, I want to inspire finding within yourself who you are. And I'm not saying like from the, you know, I had brought up something about this guy touring through the Freemason lodge, and there was a saying that was etched in Latin that said, "Know thyself," and that's exactly the thing that was in the Matrix. I honestly wonder if this whole New Age movement is really a concept of twisting the words of God and making a counterfeit. So really being able to discern what is counterfeit and what is um, true is the key. And that's why I do what I do. I'm trying to figure out what is counterfeit, and what is true. What is true. And part of it is you have to be able to see from a bird's eye view. You have to look down, and so that's kind of what I'm doing sometimes. Is I'm like way the heck high in the sky and looking around, and you're like, oh, there's that landmark. There's a house over here, and there's a park over there, and there's a street, the crossroads of that streets or those streets, and it's kind of like you identify to things. So it's almost like I use each little tidbit of information, and I use it as a stepping stone to get me to my ultimate destination. Um, and sometimes that proverbial puzzle, is not obvious at the end of a video. I don't necessarily have an answer to what I'm saying or even a point, but I actually leave myself an option. I want to kind of know like what my options are before. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I feel like there's information out there, and you can easily just. I don't want to restrict myself from the possibilities of what is true and what is a deception. So that's kind of ultimately my drive. I don't know if I'll go back and I'll listen to this and I'll say, oh, that kind of makes sense. But then the next person's going to say, man, you jumped from one topic to the next, and I couldn't hold it. I couldn't keep up with what you're doing. You're a freak. And I've gotten to the point now where I'm realizing that I'm not going to appeal to everybody because I don't think that everybody's ready to hear what I have to say. Not to say that I'm like so far advanced in what I'm saying. I just say the thing that speaks to my heart. And, if honestly, this video has nothing to do with what I was thinking about before I even got on here. But but sometimes I am a mess with my approach. But at the same time, I know that I'm trying to be a willing participant, a willing and able servant. I want to serve God's cause. So the one thing that I'm trying to do is have an ear to hear. It says it in the book of Revelation, those who have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the church. So if I'm the church, I want an ear to hear what is being said. And sometimes it's not just what's in the writings. Sometimes it's in the things that you're going to hear through the Spirit. So that actually is going to sum up my video. That's the ultimate thing, is maybe just be a clean slate, blank canvas, and listen. Allow yourself to be that ear, or have that ear to hear what the Spirit is saying to the church. Are you guys the church? I know that the church is, being infiltrated, or it's been infiltrated, and I know that the church is also being pushed underground, and they're turning into the radicals that are going to be. I see it all freaking forming before my eyes. How it's all going to work together for us in the end. It's a little discouraging, but I just want to be able to fellowship with you guys. I want to be able to fellowship with my family. And sometimes I feel alone in where I'm at. So, and going to work actually exacerbates that. I feel like, not only am I alone, but there's a lot of resistance. I almost feel like I've been rocking the boat too much with certain people, and I just don't feel like they want to have much to do with me anymore. That may or may not be true, but sometimes I gather that from people. I don't know if I'm discerning the Spirit correctly, or I don't know if it's just me being kind of insecure, I guess, in that way. But who knows? All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it off. 14 minutes. Have a good day. All right, bye.